Hey guys, what is going on? This is Daaro DS and welcome back to another episode of Persona 4 Arena. Last time we played Yu's story. I haven't even uploaded the episode yet by the time that I'm recording this. But pretty much all, if you've seen, if you've played Persona 4 Arena, that every story except for Labrys's ends with a to be continued or a cliffhanger, to say the least. So, pretty much the goal of the game, if you want to clear it 100%, you have to do Yu, Yukiko, or Chie, and then Aigis, and then Labrys. And then you can start clearing your way. So, the other night, I did Chie, I finished up Chie, and then I did Aigis. And so, now I am able to do Labrys just before tomorrow, which is the day of the release of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. And I am so pumped, I cannot wait. It looks really amazing. It looks like they beefed up the graphics just a tad bit. I realized in the gameplay and the story mode, I realized that they beefed up the animation graphics of each character, and it looks really, really nice. But then again, I won't see that until tomorrow. So, let's see what we can do here on Persona 4. We're going to play Labrys now, because we need to do Labrys so we can play and finish off Yu, and then that'll be it. So, let's do that. Let's do Labrys.
I wish you good luck.
Let's go. Initial boot successful. Timestamped 4/20/1999, 10/16/39.
The boot process was successful. This happens every time, but I'm never sure what to say to them first.
You mean like a greeting? There's no need for that, they're just machines.
Two humans with visual range. Both male, searching for voice, print, and visual matches. Personnel identified as research staff. Not hostile targets.
But things like that might affect the performance of these models.
Because they have a mind? Their emotions and things are completely faked. It's no different than an AI. It can't possibly be that sensitive.
Scanning for keywords in conversation. Running logical analysis. Cross-referencing with related data. Current conversation topic is not orders.
Well, until we rule it out completely, we should at least be kind to them.
So you say. All right, from this moment on, you will be registered as candidate unit number 031. Please repeat your number back to me.
Confirming first order. Initializing unit number. Output voice requested. Activating voice synthesis module. Accepting input.
Unit number 031.
Did its pronunciation sound a little odd to you?
You're worrying too much. Let's hurry up and haul it out.
Receiving action plan through console. Combat test against others of the same unit. Test commencing immediately after entering shock-resistant chamber within lab. Frame stored within the cage for transport. Beginning transport. So this is how Labrys came to be.
I've been waiting to see it in action.
Wendy Lee. I know all these voice actors, pretty much. So this is pretty much how Labrys came to be, and this is her side of the story. And it's pretty much confused all of us who haven't been part of the story. Transport complete. Cage reopened. New human found. Searching for voice print and visual matches. Personnel also identified as research staff. Female. Cutting connection to outside data supply. Connection offline. Commencing cable disconnection.
Now, try getting up.
Order confirmed. Get up. Initiate motion synchronization engines for motor functions. Accepting input. Safety limiters active. Balance control gyros function. Oh. Overall movement systems functional.
This model's loaded with a nearly pure form of that crystal. I can't wait to see what kind of results it gets.
Unit number 031, can you hear me? Confirm your surroundings. Tell us any abnormalities you're feeling in your sensors or any other functions.
Order confirmed. Beginning simple self-diagnostic. Temperature, humidity, pressure, air compression, or air composition. Lumens, sound all within normal levels. Visual data within expected color spectrum. All systems functional.
The readouts seem fine. Monitoring system is fully operational.
Okay, we're gonna test your performance inside the battle chamber now. When you hear the buzzer, consider everything that moves an enemy and eliminate them.
Order confirmed. Awaiting the signal to begin the test. Exit confirmed to be sealed. Room shape approximately cylindrical. Height approximately 11 meters. Area approximately 7 meters square. High energy light sources from outer wall. Assumed to be for fire to be. LOL. Assumed to be fire resistant and bulletproof. We have a grammatical mistake. Soon to be BB fire resistant. And
Sorry to do this just after you've woken up, but it'll be good to put you through your paces.
Release of facing hatch detected. Mobile object intruding into the chamber. 7 objects in total. Scanning for visual matches. Analysis non-human. Confirmed as same model units of humanoid weapons. Hostile markers confirmed. Classifying as hostile units. Releasing safety limiters. Battle limit now set at 70%. Exits confirmed resealed. Test commencement signal received. Targets hostile humanoid weapons. Commencing battle. Look on her face is like, holy shit, did I just do that? Man, that was epic. All targets eliminated. Hostile units no longer capable of motion. Test termination signal received. Battle complete.
That was better than we could have hoped for.
Hey, what's with all the bodies? You made it fight that many on its first time?
Don't worry, it did great. This is a new high score for the first battle results.
Well done, Unit Number 031. Stand by for further instruction.
Order confirmed. Now that... Oh my god. That first... I mean, I can understand now how she feels. How Labrys feels, and now, like, the pain she's going through. That first battle was just insane. But the fact that she doesn't know that much yet, based on she just woke up, but... Exiting the test chamber. Beginning transport to maintenance room. Resetting safety limiters. Taking seat in maintenance chair.
We're done testing, but there's still one thing left to do today. I'm going to temporarily shut down your optics. Can you close your eyes?
Order confirmed. Shutting optic inputs. Connecting cables. Online confirmed. Switching a portion of data supply to the outside source.
We're going to transfer the data from the destroyed units into your memory. Run a diagnostic check while we're doing it and report any malfunctions. Understood?
Order confirmed. Readying self-diagnostic. Initiating the data transfer. Initiating personality module link. Initiating diagnostic of transfer data and sorting procedures. Sector 001 close combat control data. Will investigate improvement of tactical patterns through synthesis and acquisition of data. Dividing into categories for sorting. Sector 002 evasive action control data. Will investigate improvement of tactical patterns through synthesis and acquisition of data. Dividing into categories for sorting. Sector 003 non-battle data. Error excluding. Sector 004 non-battle data. Error excluding. Sector 005 battle-related data. What could these be? Momentary disruption of data from visual information stream. A room that is not this place. Outdoor scenery thought to be at night. Also, scenes of multiple units at the same time gathering outside of the battle chamber. Could these be memories? Visual memories. They are obviously unrelated to the mission. Why have these apparently been purposeless memories have been preserved this long? 20 to 40% of the informational data extracted from all 7 units are confirmed to be such information. Incomprehensible. What is...
Anything to report?
Cables disconnected. Time elapsed during data transfer approximately 5 minutes. Reopening optic inputs. Calibrating servos.
All right then, Unit Number 031, give us a simple report of today's battle results.
Order confirmed. Delivering oral report of test results.
This was the first test battle against others of my model. 7 units destroyed. Below 15% damage sustained. Don't seem to be any problems.
Was that...
Unusual expression detected from the research staff. Facial recognition library indicates surprise.
Did I say something funny?
Does it have an accent?
Accent? Do you not understand the words coming out of my mouth?
No, we do, but...
See? I wasn't hearing things. The unit's speech really is peculiar.
You don't need to yell.
Is the language interface not set to default? Sheesh. If we'd known this, we would have reset it in advance.
Yeah, the base's personality might be coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the volunteers were from the Kansai area.
But it just woke up. Would it be exhibiting such distinct mannerisms this early?
It may be the effect of an enlarged plume of dusk, the basis of their mind. Perhaps it's accelerating their personality development.
Chart. Exchange of opinions taking place in the unexplained aberrance in speech pattern. Hypothesis offered in that language interface settings fall outside expected result. Review of recent conversations does reveal certain discrepancies. Eternal monologue was within expected patterns, but oral output induces Anomalies is not affecting meaning, so in predicaments to communication predicted.
But I don't want to waste this feedback data. Those are the best results we've ever seen.
Leave it. It'll be fine. It can understand us anyway. This is just one of those things that makes science interesting.
There you go again. This unit is going to be communicating with the others. What if this effect spreads? Not only that, but because this is an anomaly, it doesn't seem to have a 100% accurate accent either.
But if it has a personality, that might speed up the development of its mind.
Yeah, she's right.
The three researchers are standing around the maintenance chair. Each holds a tablet and examines the display on the chair.
All right, unit number 031, we'll explain things from the top.
Voice pattern consistent with research staff.
You are a weapon created to fight against unique enemies. Therefore, your combat performance is prioritized over all else. But in order for you to use a particular ability, you've been given a certain amount of awareness. And that makes your performance difficult to quantify, so we've been pitting test units against each other as a selective growth process. It's all in the service of achieving higher performance, and we don't want to waste any plumes of dusk.
Accessing archives. Search term, plume of dust. One match found. A crystalline substance at the core of personality modules. Its name derives from its thin, plate-like shape, resembling a shed bird's feather. In addition to its circuit-like structure, it has an unnatural vital reaction in response to external stimulus. Similar to a living thing, yet different. It is thought to exist in a state between mind and matter, mass and information. The details are unknown. There are 12 other subheadings classified under Level 7 clearance. Access denied. Matter interpreted as the core of personality modules.
But regardless of your ego, there is one rule you must abide by. You might as well think of it as an order.
One rule to abide by. Awaiting order.
The only order is to destroy everything we identify as enemies and to emerge victorious. Though your ego will give you some flexibility when planning tactics, there's no need to think about extraneous side issues. Use everything you have to win a fight. That's all you need to concentrate on.
Order confirmed.
Understood.
Destroy identified enemies and emerge victorious. A clear order. It is consistent with the role of a weapon. No abnormalities. Everything is clear. And that was scene 1. Underwent maintenance on the chair after the test battle. Post-reboot diagnostic shows normal. The time was 1900. Research staff set new activity cycle. All units returned to standby condition at 9 p.m. Or 9 a.m. actually. Units will remain on standby until regular intervals between tests until 1700. Maintenance and setup will take place until 1900. Afterwards, time is allowed to be spent in the outdoors area of the grounds. On returning, enter standby mode within the cage. Instructions are to repeat these actions until unable to continue. The next item on the new schedule is to spend time in the outdoor area. Parameters of spending time unknown. Hypothesize the meaning is to return on standby and wait for the time to pass. Hypothesis unnecessary. The schedule must be followed. Exiting building. I sound like a robot doing this, man. Outdoor area reached. Light levels limited due to time of day. Many trees still visible in the environment. It is almost entirely consistent with the unknown data from the off-limits area. The ground is different from the laboratory artificial flooring. The soil is exposed. Various natural plants are here. A certain amount of time must be spent here. Time and the intention may be to heighten the basic response capabilities in the natural world. Others of the same unit can be stepping into the central area, reassessing the surroundings on various spectra. Unlike the combat test, no hostile unit markers detected. Hypothetical, in combat under current conditions, what tactics would be effective? I reassess the surroundings as combat environment. I assign a value to various geographical features. I survey the topography on the outskirts of the environment. I detect unusual movement in one unit. Other units are also surveying the environment, but this unit is crouched while holding something in its right hand. I do not deem this unit's unusual action to be a threat. I approach it in order to make inquiries. Upon my approach, this unit turns around and stands.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
I process this statement. It's a conversational gambit. Is unexpected. I find no prepared response in my library.
You mean like how this is our first encounter? In that case, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I've never heard your accent before. It's intriguing.
They said stuff about my accent too earlier. Do I really talk that funny?
I wouldn't say it's strange. It was just surprising.
I examine what it holds. It is an organism. Its body covered in white fur.
What's that thing?
It's a dog. It must have wandered in.
Organisms' perimeters are consistent with the access data on dog. Its size does not present a threat. The search of its specific breed is cancelled.
Dog.
The unit turns its gaze back.
My unit number is 024. I wouldn't call it my name, but that's how they refer to me. What's yours?
Question difficult to process. Conversational subject name is newly introduced.
I'm unit number 031.
They're up to the 30s. I see. That must mean they're finally creating units loaded with full-sized ones.
The dog barks. A scan of the surroundings shows several units turning to investigate. All units ignore it and look away.
This one wants to say hello too.
It does? You can understand what dogs say?
Kind of. After carefully comparing its mannerisms and slight variances in its barking, I just figured it out.
Its right hand pats the dog's head while its left scratches the dog's neck. Number 024 continues to make various forms of contact with the dog. Number 024's actions are consistent with the styles of communication. Hypothesis. The object of spending time in this area is to develop communicative skills. Conversing with the others of the same unit is refining communication will enhance cooperative skills or tactics. Counterpoint. No value detected in communicating with organisms not of the same unit or human.
What's the point in doing that with a dog?
The point? There isn't one, I suppose.
There is no point? Unexpected response strongly indicates that 024 is not like any other unit.
Are you interested in what I'm doing, though?
Interested? Is there interest involved? It seems to be the case. Unsure of the purpose of earlier question to 024. Why ask it? Oral sensors detect electric noise, recognizing the Poseidon. My God, the Poseidon information involving no sound waves yet perceived as sound data. It's alarms signaling the end of activity. It goes so much into detail because they're robots. All other units begin moving as one towards the building. 024 speaks to the dog it cradles.
Sounds like that's all the time we have today. I need to get back.
024 crouches while petting the dog's fur-covered body and releases it into the ground. 024 stands up again and turns around.
I hope to see you again.
024's expression changes as it said this. The movement of the lips known as a smile. It shows when humans experience happiness. Contradiction number 204 is a weapon, yet it makes that expression. No hypothesis found. Or, is there no point to it as well? Spare the cognitive process, rerouted to analysis. Still, I cannot understand it. This is seriously the most confusing monologue. We're back in the battle chamber. The next day, after being released from the standby, I'm assigned to a test battle from others of my unit, as yesterday. Order confirmed. I am taken to the same chamber. The battle commences. I destroy the other 3 units and sustain little damage. As I await there, the researchers come in. I'll have what seems to be high praise for my abilities. I do not understand how I should react to this. I should give an expression of joy? Should I? I don't know. As 024 did? The researchers crouch next to the units destroyed and begin to work on them. I think back and recall that they underwent this process yesterday as well. I am curious as I approach them. They open a slit near the unit's neck and use tweezers to remove a bluish-white plate-like object. It shines. They put the object into a petri dish. That distinct shine, neither strong nor weak-like. No similarities found. I'm sure that it is similar to something, but I cannot process the relevant memory. I'm sorry if I'm
get
slurring
right to the
words.
feedback on today's battle.
As I sit in the maintenance chair, they connect a cable to me. The cable terminates at the end of the midsection of the large device where petri dishes from the earlier are placed. There are a total of 3. Each contains a bluish-white plate-like object.
What's that?
The researcher's expression subtly changes. She is surprised. It only lasts for a moment before it fades.
This is a plume of dusk. Each of the units you destroyed had one inside them. These are much smaller than the one installed in you, though.
I comprehend. This is a plume of dust installed in me too. This unknown substance forms the core of my personality module. I was aware of its existence, but this is my first time seeing it. These are the 3 personal cores of the units I destroyed. They contain not only the combat data, but memories and experiences. It's not long before the extracted data download begins. I sort the data from the relevant to enhancing battle performance and incorporate it into my own. The process takes much less time than the initial transfer from yesterday, because it's 3 units and not 7. During that time, I recall what took place last night. There are cases where non-combat data is being preserved. Such memories are included in this download as well. Visual memories of the outdoors at night. Memories are very similar to where they were in yesterday's download too. Probably from the time spent in the outdoors area. This unit I destroyed seemed to have assigned these memories in the same priority as combat data. Why though? It is effective in learning communicative skills, but that is lower priority than combat. The visual element preserved here is irrelevant. Wait. Hypothesis. The units I destroyed had their own priorities and values than others than executing orders and performing in battle. This line of thought leads to a realization. This thought process I am undergoing right now. Is it not executing an order, nor is it contributing to a battle performance. I once again look towards the plume of dust inside the petri dish. Were they destroyed units thinking along similar lines as mine until yesterday? I feel a twinge within me. It's different from detecting an error or interference. What is this? I have no answer. My second night of spending the time out in the outdoor area came. I started approximately 30 minutes later than yesterday, but there was very little variance in weather and temperature. The difference was trivial. The night sky had has the same soft brightness. The wind and trees are no different. Without understanding why, I initiate the data search regarding the tree that catches my eye. I learn that the tree varies slightly from the specimens of its kind found in the natural forests. Though this topography seems natural, it may be cultivated and managed by the facility. I decide to traverse the outskirts as I did yesterday. It's not long before a familiar unit comes into view. There is no need to run a scan for visual matches. I know that it is Unit 024. 024's left side is turned towards me, as it is sitting on the large rock. When I approach 024, it notices me and turns around.
Are you looking for something?
024 initiates conversation.
Huh? Who, me?
I just wondered if you were looking for me. I did express a hope yesterday that we would meet again after all.
I was looking for 024? It's true, I may have been. I began walking the same route as yesterday, but once 024 came into view, I changed course to approach. I may have been searching for 024 in this area. I may? You don't even know. Labrys doesn't even know. Like, I don't even know. But, my body does what my body does. Oh my. Why? I'm silent due to the lack of explanation. 024 smiles again. A smile. What was the cause of that expression this time? I do not comprehend. Like so many other things.
Would you like to sit with me? This rock is large enough to accommodate us both. It would be more relaxing than standing.
Thanks. Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Do other units think about stuff that doesn't have to do with fighting and missions?
Do you have such thoughts?
To tell you the truth, I can't really say. Feels like I do, though.
.024 is silent for a duration before speaking again.
Units of our model are all given a mind. It's so that we can eventually develop what is called an ego. The reason our appearance closely resembles that of humans is related. It's to foster self-awareness similar to a human's. Have you not been told about personas?
Personas?
Personas. The word is unknown to me. Personas. Accessing archives. Searching for persona. Over 1,000 headings found. I must filter the results further. Which subject is 024 referring to? I am silent as to think 024 smiles again and resumes conversation.
It's an ability expected of us that normal weapons don't have. The conditions to use one are theoretically already loaded in us. But a well-defined ego seems to be necessary to activate it.
I am already aware that has been given we have been given a mind. Today I saw for myself the part that forms our personalities. Is its activation triggered by development in communicative skills? I still do not have any good grasp on it. Though, 024 continues to speak.
That's why I'm sure there are others with thoughts that do not pertain to missions.
That would seem to be the case.
Then maybe those I've fought up till now.
.024 trains its gaze on.
And how does that make you feel? The opponents you destroyed may have thought similar things to what you just did.
Do I feel things? I cannot say for sure. I am unable to respond to the question. 024's expression changes again. The expression could be classified as a smile, but it's subtly different from the ones I cataloged from experiencing before. Mixed with joy and gladness of previous smiles, this one contains a slight hint of sorrow.
It's okay. You don't need to come up with an answer right now. It actually may be better to forget it. After all, tomorrow we may find ourselves ordered to destroy each other.
Once again, I detect a twinge inside from hearing 024's statement. It is similar to what I sensed during the data transfer today. What is it that wavers inside me? I am about to be lost in thought again. But as if to prevent that from happening, the signal from our schedule shift echoes in our ears.
It's time. I hope we meet again.
As 024 quietly stands up, I detect an expression I have come to know. Another smile. It appears as if 024 is adopting these smooth changes in expression naturally and not deliberately. I wonder if I will eventually be able to do the same. Another night passes. Another combat test takes place the next day. Just as scheduled, I face units flagged as enemies within the test chamber. I am overwhelmed with a strange sensation. The way that my opponents are expressionless now seems strange to me. There is no intent or cognition evident in their faces, that they wear no expressions. They are blank. There is nothing wrong with them. They would be normal assessment, but I recall 024's image. The blankness of these faces in 024's image. Face, when it had no expression, are different somehow. Even when 024 had no particular expression, it was not this blank. Not every portion of that face was neutral. Further analysis shows that it's the same is true for humans. The researchers are never completely mechanical and expressionless. I look at the hostile flag units again. They are the same unit types as me. They were given a mind and may potentially develop an ego later. I recall 024's statement again. Do you feel something when you destroy an opponent that may be thinking the same as you? I am on the verge of entering the long train of thought when the enemy moves. I shake off my doubts and to focus on the battle. I study the opponent's movements. I formulate the most efficient method of damaging it. I execute the method over and over. The array of actions I have to select from, and my flexibility in linking them will decide the outcome. Having already received 10 units worth of downloaded data, I am likely second to none regarding the scope of possibilities in this respect. At times, I can even anticipate the next action. Since my opponents are the same unit type as me, their tactics are determined by the same thought process as mine. That's right, they think the same things as me. Eventually, after approximately 4 minutes pass, all opponents are silenced. I successfully execute my mission. The day after that, I archived victory in the combat test with the same efficiency. It is easy to eliminate them. I first begin targeting their weapons. It is not always necessary to destroy their main body. As if they are incapable of resisting further, the battle is over. It is the most effective way. I win the next day, and the next day after that. Units geared for close combat with no external weapons give me no choice but to damage their chassis. But even then, there is an order to do things. If I destroy parts that present a threat, such as the motor function, the match should be considered as won. Soon afterwards, the buzzer signaling the end of the test echoes, just as I expected. I catch myself rushing over to the unit collapsed on the ground. I have only destroyed the unit's arms and legs. It is still conscious. But I realize I do not know the unit number, and I am at a loss to how to address the unit. The opponent asked me a question that I did not expect.
You seemed to deliberately avoid attacking the face or the neck in that battle. Why?
Huh?
I am momentarily at a loss for words. What the unit says is true. There is no damage to its face. I reviewed my actions during the battle, and find that at no point did I attack its neck either. The cranial region where the plume of dust is housed, if it is destroyed, then any type of unit, the unit will fall. Aiming to disarm an opponent is effective, but would targeting its obvious weakness be more an efficient tactic? I avoided doing so.
Dunno.
The researchers enter the chamber and hide the unit from my field of vision. I could not determine whether my last words had an effect on the unit's expression or not.
These past 3 days, it hasn't been destroying the other units beyond repair, like it did in the first battle.
It must be learning to finesse its attacks rather than just using brute force. The result? Swift, overwhelming victories.
Its evasive skills are improving as well. That level of flexibility and evasive action could never be replicated by chaining predefined maneuvers.
This unit's collected a good amount of feedback data too. It's growing steadily, feeding on the bones of its kills.
You don't have to say it like that.
The researchers are preparing for the download. Growing. Destroying them and absorbing their data. That's what growing is. That's what growing is? Since I thoroughly destroyed a few of my opponents these last few days, some of their bodies were salvaged. While I downloaded their data, I always kept their still bodies within view. Alright, this is going to do it for episode number 6 of, actually, have I done 5 yet? No, this is 6. Episode numbers. And this is where we're starting Labrys' story. As you see, I've done Yu, Chie, and Aigis in the background. Ooh, scary. So, we're going to continue Labrys' story. Later, it's going to be back to back. We're just going to go bam, bam, bam to get this done so we can start doing Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. I would be starting vlogging, maybe, just to get more base. I want to get more interests out of you guys. I want to talk to you guys. I want to see, I want to, tell you more about my interest obviously has to do with anime, so maybe I'll do some more anime related things in the future. And so this is Daaro DS. I'm going to sign out, and I will continue with more Persona 4 Arena Labrys' story in the next day or so, and we'll finish off you hopefully in the next day or so as well. So I will catch you guys next time. This is Daaro DS, and I'll catch you next time. I'll catch you later. Peace. Have a good one.